Boom! I've got a new remote. Well, a new app. New app. Right. As you can probably see from the desk, I've managed to get the cable through the pipe, but there's no point fitting it to either part of the Proton pack yet because I've got another wire to go in it yet. So that's just going to have to go on the back burner. But what I have got now is, you just live there. Put those there, put that there, get rid of this. My sticker and my fan arrived. So I'm going to attempt something with this in the cyclotron part of the pack. I explained it yesterday, so hopefully today it will work. But first, where the sticker came, so I'm just going to trim it down and then I'll whack that on. Got a bit far, that bit. Never mind. The black edge is going to blend in with the pack anyway, so not worried about that. Right, let's grab that. Put that on there. Let's go to that camera, and I'm reckoning it's going to go there. It fits nicely there. And now I've just trimmed my nails, so I'm probably going to struggle to get the backing off this. So bear with me while I fumble around like an old man. There we go. Hey. Now that's just a smaller version of the sticker I got before that I didn't check the size of, and it was that big. So I got a smaller one. Albeit slightly different design, but it's the same. It's the same message. Right. So put that down there while I figure this out. I figure if I can glue it in place at the on the baseboard and have that stuck up in the middle of the cyclotron like that, then if I stick a bit of cardboard to the center facing out that way, as it spins it should occasionally block out the light from each hole. I might even take this off and just put the cardboard directly on the spindle, but we'll see. Need to test if it works first. It better do. Yes. Country Sharp Media. Hey ho. What's up, man? Retro Film Work Studio Official. Hello. Hello. Hello to you both. Right. So the fan works. Just depends on whether I should take this off or not. It were only cheap, so I bet it comes off quite easily. Eh. Instead, I pulled out the entire motor. Oh dear. I better check that works again now. Oh, that's good then. Need to shove that disc back down in there. It's been a particular pain. Might have to glue that down in there. There we go. Right. A very light piece of card. I think a fan shape would work best. Where's my pen? There it is. Something like that. I use the scissors. I'll just see if I can tape it on for now, just to see if it works. How did that not go all the way through? Ah, that's very flimsy indeed. That's not going to take any weight. So I'm going to have to hot glue it right on the middle. Just depends just how big I need that piece to be. It's in the middle. That might be all right. That might fit. Now then, would super glue be better? Because that's a rounded end. Frozen Empire, yeah, I've seen it twice. Liked it a lot. Well, I thought it was all right the first time, but then I watched it. I saw it in the cinema the first time, and I thought it was all right. Then I watched it at home with my little boy and the missus, and I really enjoyed it that time. I think my expectations were a bit through the roof for the first time, so watching it a second time, I knew what to expect, and I enjoyed it a lot more. I could see it for what it was. And I've got no super glue left, so hot glue it is. Plug that in. Maybe I should do like a bow, so it's got one on either side. That might be it, so it's equally balanced. That might be a better idea. I'll use the knife. I'll use the knife. Come on. Thank you. Right, I'll just give that a bit of a sand so the glue has got a bit of tooth. There we go. Now, if this works, it'll be a miracle. Yeah. Well, I reckon they could have blown him up if they had a big enough explosive. Or probably if they had enough flamethrowers and had him in an open area. Just so it wasn't raining down molten marshmallow on everyone. I've got a feeling this glue is just going to ping off as soon as I turn it on. Why is my chat box not working? That's weird. Don't know where it's gone. No, I'll tell you what it's for in a second. It's to go inside the proton pack. To potentially block out the light from inside So it looks like the lights are on a sequential order, because I haven't got, you know, programmable LEDs. So I'm hoping that as this spins inside there, once it's got LEDs behind it and it spins, it should periodically block out the light from each of these. So it looks like they're flashing. At least that's my thought. It's the lowest tech solution I could think of. Let's see how this goes. Might be too fast. I'm not sure it's going to have any effect, but we'll see. But in regards to the back sweat situation, the pack isn't actually going to be touching my back. It's bear with me. Once I've got the frame attached, it's going to have one of these, top and bottom. So I'm going to have that much distance between the pack and my actual back. So there should be no contact. All right. I'll just stick that in my vise for a minute to hold it in place. I'll get rid of all this. I'll get my lights out. And it's stopped being a pain in the a-hole. Get out my doohickey. Right. You go in there. And you go in there. And come on, you go in there. Take you back in there for a second. Right, because for the time being, it looks like that. Hold on, can't see it too far away, like that. Yeah, definitely. So hopefully, if the fan is in front of those LEDs, it might make it look like it's flickering, but I think it's going too fast. Now I've got to see if it actually fits in. It doesn't even fit inside. The fans are too long. Right, so I need to cut those down. Yeah, whatever. This just might not work at all. A very real chance of it not working whatsoever. Everything's just throwing itself on the floor. Wonderful. let's go to there. See if she'll stand up. Yes. Right. Right, she should fit. Right, so if I wanted to glue that in there, it'd have to be about something like that to fit it in properly. I don't know, I'll figure that out eventually. But it fits. So let's turn it around that way. Can you see that? Yeah. No, wrong way. Turn it back. That way. Put those in there. Whoops. Nearly had a catastrophe. Just get... Nah, nothing. It's not doing anything. Nothing at all. Right, so I do have a second idea. Which is anyway, to have a full circle of cardboard with a hole cut in it that's just the right size as one of those. So it only gets light as soon as the hole passes over it. That's the only other thing I can think of to make it flash. So let's mock that up and just see if by any miracle it should work. So I need to figure out how big that's big enough. Okay. Let's see. That's probably too big. It looks too big, so I'll make it a little bit smaller. That's probably more like it. This might still spin too fast for it to have any real effect. So that remains to be seen. Live experimentation. Live failures. I didn't fail, I just found a way that didn't work. Yeah, I didn't want to even attempt to make the one from the film because if it didn't look perfect, I wouldn't be happy with it. So I went with a custom so that no matter what it looks like, it's correct. Right, I've got another one of the things, so I know exactly how big the hole needs to be. And there's no way I was paying whatever they were charging for the HasLab version. Absolutely not. Anyway, come on, out you come. There, right. If I attempted to glue that to the middle of there, I don't know. Let's see if it just fits in the hole first. It does. So, custom prawn pie is cool though. Thanks. Compliments are always welcome. Right, let's just give that a dab on there. And let's see how well this doesn't work. Right, where's the center? About there. I might be asking a little too much of this little £3 fan. Pound sterling, not pound weight. You stuck? That's right. See if it flies off. Mind your eyes. It's genius if it works. Nah, it's too fast. It's still not gonna. you're not going to see any difference. I need it to be about that speed, or that speed, or that speed. Not that speed. Because I don't think it's going to make any difference. Right, let's put that in there, turn it on. Put the light behind it. Absolutely no difference. Whoops, no difference. That's a shame. Oh well. I tried. I tried. Maybe I can figure something else out. But that was my idea and it didn't work, sadly. Shame. I don't see another way that it's going to work. A little bit of weight, you reckon? A little bit of weight. Whereabouts do you suggest? In the mid, just in the middle, or on the end? Is that not just going to burn out the motor? What can I use for weight? I'll chop some of those up and glue them to the edge. Give that a whirl, I suppose. Vice. Hold that for a moment. I don't even know where that went. that's vanished forever, that now. I've got something in the drawer that I can just stick on it. I fill this top with foil. Maybe. Still might not be heavy enough. Massive blob of blue tack on it. I ain't got any. Otherwise, I would have tried that first. Probably. Right, I'll just see if I can't tape this on rather than gluing it. That tape's rubbish. Might not be heavy enough. The tape might not be sticky enough. Let's just unplug that. Mind your eyes. Slower, definitely slower, but it's very, very off center. So maybe I'm going to have to put 3 different weights, like here, here, and here. But I think it might burn out the motor. What could I put on it? Just regular bottle tops with no foil in them. I haven't got another one of those green ones. Don't think that's going to be heavy enough. Another one of these. I can make another one of those, but I can't put it next to. I can't put it over here because it's struggling as it spins. I'll try 2, just 2 smaller ones. I'll use the green ones. One there and one there. See how that goes. Might not have been enough foil, but never mind. It'll do. I'm just filling all my bottle tops up with foil. still too fast with 2. So let's tell you what, let's put this one back on. In for a penny, in for a pound. Still too fast. And I shouldn't put any more weight on it. Damn. I might still put the fan inside it anyway, because then it'll feel like the pack's actually doing something when you turn it on. But I don't think this is... As long as you don't use it that much or use the light much, the motor will not burn it. Well, that's just it. It'll all get turned on together. The startup noise, the lights, the fan. And then the firing noise. Now, if I knew how cogs worked, I could set up a complex system of cogs going from small to large, so that this one can spin freely as it does, and then eventually it'll turn a bigger piece slower. But as it stands, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, I'll put it to one side. I'm not gonna throw it away. We'll revisit that idea. Right, moving on. Oh, in case you've not seen it, this is my device that's going to be making the startup noise. Don't know where the wire's gone. My power cable for it has vanished. I'll stick that back in for now. Speaker's not attached, is it? Right, let's plug that in. Now the mic might have cut off there if it got too loud. I'll turn it down a bit, see if it stays on. Don't know if you can hear that now. There you go. So that will, well, that'll have the firing noise on it instead. And I've got a different device that will have the startup noise on it that will turn on and play as soon as I press the power cable button. Which is there. That's what will be inside here, inside there. So that when I switch, that'll be attached to the battery pack. And then when I switch that, it'll power everything, the startup noise, the fan, the lights. And it'll also power that device I just showed you, so that when I press the trigger, which will be there, it'll make the firing noise. Hopefully. Tell you what, let's plug in the battery pack. Let's need to make that into a female. So then that will have the lights, the secondary light that's at the top, and the fan and the noise. But let's just do that a second. That needs to go in there. You sit in there. And then when I switch this on, the lights should come on. No? Did I turn that off? Yeah. There we go. Oh, you can't see that one. Hold on. Move it back a bit. Whoops. There we go. This light and these lights. I haven't stuck the lights in yet, obviously, so they're not exactly positioned correctly. Hey, maybe I could just stick the lights to the fan. But I think that'd still be too big. But if it did that, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'm going to do a trap, definitely. I don't know if I'm going to make it remote control. Yeah, whatever. Can you imagine if it worked if I glued these lights just as they are to that bit of cardboard? I'm going to tape it on and see what happens. I'm going to tape it on and see what happens. Put that over there. Oh, mind you, the wire is just going to get twisted, isn't it? Ah! Foiled again. If I glue those on there, and as it spins, that's just going to twist and twist and twist until it snaps. Oh man, I thought I had a great idea then. Anywho. Oh, and I realised I've cut this bit off here because I wanted it just to be magnetic so that I could get into the battery pack. But I've realised that this is the side that's going to attach to the proton pack when I'm not using it. So that's my neutrino wand so far. I figure if it's on there like that, it's this side that needs to attach. So this side needs to be glued. That needs to be sealed up. I'm going to have to glue that back on there and maybe cut this bit out instead and use that as my battery pack hatch. But I need to leave this open for now so that I can drill a hole in there, and then when I've got the LEDs for this, I can thread them through the hole and through the tube. Ignore that. Right. Now I've got this that I wanted to put on there, but it's too big. So I might cut this down. It's not going to fit in there, is it? No. I'm sure yours looks absolutely fine. It's when when you paint it, that's when it all comes together. Mine looks like trash. It's just some bunch of cardboard with a metal tube through it and some ball top stuck on. In my proton pack, before I painted it, it was just a bunch of cardboard stuck together, a couple of Pringles cans, plastic tub. But it's when you paint it that the project comes together. Got to trust the process. Oh, and get some stickers. I like these. I like them a lot. This is just a cheap thermometer. I took the inside out of, coloured it in, glued it, stuck it back together, and I stuck it inside there at the back. In there, taped it in. This ribbon cable is made out of string that I coloured in each strand and then glued them all together. So yeah, it all looks like trash until you've painted it. Right, where did that look? There. I might try and make a smaller version of that. Oh, I was going to use that for one of my connectors as well. That'd look cool on the bottom. But there's no chance in hell that tube fits in there. Could maybe warm it up. Because that tube fits really nicely in there. Hello. But I don't see the plastic tube fitting in there. Could glue it, I suppose. Have that on the bottom of the pack and have the tube coming out of this. That looks sweet. Got that from the DIY shop. Wasn't much. Are you going to come out of there? No. Yes, you are. Alright, that's got a spring in it. I'll keep that to one side. What else we got? Where's that wider? Right, glue that on there like that. That looks all right. Yeah, why not, eh? Ow. You decided that you're not going to work, have you? Yeah. All right. Put a new one in. I should fill that with foil first, and then put a cardboard cap on it. Recycle, guys. Recycle. Bit more. You've got 2 Ecto ones in your collection. And no, it's not the Ecto 1A. Too small and big. Not quite understanding what you're saying there. I've got. Oh, right, hold on a minute. Right, hold on. I've got this one that I've had in my collection since I was about 18, maybe. Still in the box, never been out. Quite dusty. And then I've got the cartoon Real Ghostbusters one with Ray Winster in there. Egon and Venkman are there. The fire station is at my parents' house. And then I've got the little Lego version. with the figures, mind you. And I've got the big Lego version. I think that's them all. Don't think I've got any other ones. No, looking around, I can't see another one. Nah. Anyway, that's my Ecto collection. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, foil. I'll glue a little cardboard cap on that. And now I can glue that to that. I need something for the end. I don't think I've got anything to hand. That's quite fun. Oh, it fits really nice in there as well. Definitely using that. Faux show. Dump a lot of glue in there. Oops, bit of squeeze out. Get rid of that. Hot glue strands everywhere. I've already got a blister on that thumb from yesterday when I dropped glue on it by accident. One problem about putting hot glue onto foil is the foil will keep the hot glue soft for a lot longer than usual. There we go. A simple little piece. If I stick that to there, gives it a bit of extra interest. So I need to make a cardboard cap for that. Ooh, just fits. I'm quite bummed about the lights. Thought that was going to work naively. You're in Universal Studios special Halloween events. Horror Maze coming to yeah. I saw some pictures of it. Like that. Set. This will be black. These will be brown. These will be brown. This will be silver. And this will also be silver. As will the dials, they'll be silver as well. And possibly this. Yowzers, that's hot. Just hold that there for a minute. I don't mind squeeze outs so much because it just looks like welds, as if, like Egon or whatever's made it. I can't remember what James Acaster's character's called, like Sven or something. I'm sure it's like Swedish. Let's have a look. Lars. Something like that, wasn't it? Is it just in America though, or is London doing it as well? Because I think that's the only one we've got in the UK. I don't know where you're from, to be honest. Didn't ask, did I? That's on there now. Bit of added interest. So now I need to put like a box almost on this bit, and then have a wire going from this to this, or from this to this. That's probably more like it, isn't it? There to there. So I'll make that as well. While I'm here, I'll use this bit of cardboard. Doesn't need to be very big. Just need to box in this bit so it's covered up and it doesn't look silly. Too wide. Just a little bit more. It's looking all right. It'll look a lot better when it's painted. Right, how long is that? About an inch. Right. 1 inch is there. 2 inches is there. Right, I need 2 more of those. Hey up, CJ. How's it going? Hey up is hello from where I'm from, by the way. If you want to say hey up to anyone, it means hello. Hey up, how's that doing? Just imagine Ned Stark from Game of Thrones. I'm currently in Sean Bean's hometown. Longer like that one. The meter. No, it's not. It's 60 centimeters. Right. I'll glue three of them together, and then I'll put it over and then glue the fourth one on. I might fill it with foam clay so that I can just smush it in there and then make the ends flat, this end and this end. Just reinforce that edge a little bit. Try and get rid of the glue strand. I don't know where my chat box has gone. That's very odd. They were there yesterday and now they're not. So who knows? Retro Film Work Studio Official. Where did you find my channel? Was it recommended or did you see like a short or something like that? That was Back to the Future. Oh yeah, man, big fan. I don't know if you can see over there on the shelf. I've got Doc and Marty in a DeLorean, and I've got another DeLorean over there. I think that might be it for my Back to the Future merch, to be honest. Number 2 is my favourite. Controversial. That's where my Back to the Future things are. Them three there, those three boxes. Then I've got another little DeLorean up there. Wonder if I can reach it. Oh, I've got a little Lego Marty as well. He's up there. I've got that. Doors open. I wasn't going to put that on, was I, until I put it over the top there. Damn. There we go. Starting your recommends. Cool. I'll glue that on there. It's nice that I'm getting recommended. Damn it, hot glue. Looks like absolute hogwash so far. That'll look fine once it's painted. I'm not worried about that looking rough. Looking a bit like a toy at the moment. I guess that's what it is really, isn't it? Right. Do I have a wire? I do, but it's not very long. But I do have some tubing that I could cut. Maybe I could do that. Oh, wait a minute. He's got some wire. Right, so I need to put a little box on the end of this so I can have a wire going from there to there. And I'll paint that red. About that long. Snip, snipperoo. Go back in the greebly drawer. Right, is there anything I can use to get away with making yet another box? Oh, that looks cool. Have it coming out of there. stick that just to the bottom there. Now with the wire coming out of that, that might look cool. I'll fill that with foam clay. Won't need much. Stuff that in there. Might be too much actually. Oh, cool. In what? Are you using action figures or anything, or is it? Are you just making the set? Or are you making figures for yourself? Are you using Lego? Give me the deets, man. Give me the deets. I've also got Instagram, but I'm on the Instagram. If you search Beardy Builds _ Beardy Builds one word with an underscore after it, that's my Instagram, where I post like little reels and stuff. No, it's that end I want to poke it through, isn't it? Stick that in there. Now I'll put a blob of glue in there. If I can. Just to keep that situated. Trying to get rid of some of the excess. I'm making a bit of a mess of it. Oh no. I should have left it alone. It's fine. Now I need to let that set overnight, so I'll leave that there. When it, or from the first one, when he's waiting in the DeLorean and the engine cuts out. Oh, it's a small set. How small are we talking? This big or smaller? Teeny tiny, like micro machine style. I don't know if you how old you are. I don't know if you'll remember micro machines, or even if you'll be aware of micro machines. I used to love them back in the day. I'm playing Micro Machines 2 on the Amiga 1200. Right, that's coming along nicely. The blue is reminding me of the real Ghostbusters toys that you could get. I used to have the little popper one when I was a kid. I don't know whatever happened to it. It probably broke. All right. Let's see. I can't. There's no point in me fitting the switch until my other cable has arrived, so I can get it situated properly. And I'm in two minds whether to spray this today or not, because it'd look a lot better once it's sprayed. We'll see. Right, I'll put that up there. An RC DeLorean. Right. Where to attach my cable? Because it's going to need to be able to reach round and hook onto there. So is that going to be long enough? If I put it right on the corner, potentially that is long enough. So I think I'll put it right on the bottom right corner as I'm wearing it. It's a shame the fan eye didn't work. I'd have liked to have had that work up and running by now. Can't quite see what that comment says. Looking finished. What, this bit? Or the particle thrower? Yeah, I'm pleased with this. It's just I wish the fan idea worked, because it would have been nice to have the lights working today. But instead I've got to go back to the drawing board and figure out something else for it. How am I going to get the lights to flash? Not sure. Nothing is immediately coming to mind. I might just go back to my other LEDs and just let them change pattern, because they do that and then they change pattern all the time. Whoops. Can't even tell that anything's different in there on camera. I might just have to use these, because at least they've got... I mean, if they did that all the time, that'd be cool. But it doesn't, it changes. But I suppose even if it flashes, it's better than just being on constant. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I have to have a think about it. Cool animation, eh? Right. That's still wet in there. I think that's all I've got to do for today, seeing as the fan idea didn't work. And I've still got to wait for my other cable to come before I can affix the pipe from one to the other. Ooh, tell you what, I'll show you. I've started work on some goggles too. Need weathering yet though. I need some rust and grime on them. Anyway, I think that's probably about it. I haven't got anything else that I can do until my other USB cable comes. So I should probably spray that before I attach the pipe, otherwise I'll have to take the whole thing outside just to spray this, which I might do tonight or tomorrow morning. But it's coming along. I put it back. Right, I think that's it. Call it a day. So thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. What is what? What is that? What is what? I don't know how behind the chat is. I'm guessing a lot. Or rather, how behind you are hearing me reply to you in the chat. We're talking about the goggles. Is that how far behind we are? That's a really bad delay if you're still talking about the goggles. God, that is a massive delay. Unless you're just not replying to me. I don't know. Ah, okay. Anyway, I don't know if you're going to reply or what. I don't know. I don't know how far behind I am or how far behind you are. But anyway, I gotta go. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Anyone who's watching, like, subscribe, share, I don't know, all that stuff. I'll see you later. Bye.